My heart pounded as I surveyed the new townhouse I had just moved into. The street was quiet, lined with trees that swayed gently in the breeze. This was the fresh start I had been craving, a chance to cut my commute time and focus even more intently on my high-powered corporate law job in the city. Little did I know that this move would also be the catalyst for a change I never expected. As I settled into my new home, I couldn't help but notice a group of women who gathered at the nearby park. Their laughter rang through the air, their voices blending together in animated conversation. Every time I passed them on my way to work, I found myself drawn to their camaraderie, intrigued by their obvious bond. It was one morning when I was walking by, lost in thought, that a friendly voice called out to me. "Hey, there, you're new to the neighborhood, right?" Laura, a warm and outgoing woman with a contagious smile, approached me. "We've seen you walking by a few times." "I'm Laura, by the way." "Hi, I'm Emily," I replied, still somewhat hesitant. "We meet up here every week, just to chat and relax," Laura explained, gesturing towards the other women. "You should join us sometime. It's a great way to get to know your neighbors." I hesitated for a moment, unsure whether I would fit in with this group. But something inside me urged me to accept the invitation. "Sure, I'd like that," I said with a tentative smile. The following week, I approached the park with my heart pounding, clutching a thermos of coffee as a small contribution to our gathering. My nerves were getting the better of me. What would these women think of me, a career-driven woman whose life seemed so different from theirs? Would I even have anything in common with them? Taking a deep breath, I walked over to the group, who greeted me with welcoming smiles. Laura, the de facto leader, introduced me to each woman. There was Anna, the soft-spoken mother of two, whose gentle demeanor hid a fierce determination, Rachel, the outgoing and charismatic mother of four, always ready with a witty quip or encouraging word, and Sophia, the introspective and thoughtful mother of a teenage girl, who often shared pearls of wisdom. As we settled into a circle on picnic blankets, I listened intently to their stories. They spoke not only of the challenges of raising children but also of their individual journeys and the unique circumstances that had brought them to this point in their lives. Anna shared her struggle with postpartum depression after the birth of her second child, and how the support of the group had helped her navigate that difficult time. "I'll be honest," she said, her eyes glistening with unshed tears, "some days were unbearable. But knowing I had friends like these to lean on made all the difference." Rachel, on the other hand, regaled us with a hilarious story of how she had once accidentally locked herself out of the house while her children were inside. "I had to climb through the bathroom window to get back in," she laughed. "It was a disaster, but it taught me to always have a spare key hidden outside." Meanwhile, Sophia spoke of her experiences raising her daughter as a single mother after her husband's sudden passing. "It hasn't been easy," she admitted, her voice cracking. "But I've learned that with the help of my friends and my own inner strength, I can overcome any obstacle." As the weeks went by, I found myself eagerly anticipating our weekly gatherings. The women quickly became my friends, and I found a sense of belonging I hadn't realized I was missing. We shared not only our struggles and triumphs but also our dreams and aspirations. We began organizing fun activities like potlucks, movie nights, and even a weekend getaway to a nearby cabin. One day, during a particularly animated discussion about work-life balance, I opened up about my own struggles with my demanding career. "Sometimes I feel like I'm losing myself in my job," I admitted, my voice barely above a whisper. "You deserve a life outside of work, Emily," Laura said, placing a comforting hand on my shoulder. It's important to find a balance between your career and your personal well-being." Her words resonated with me, sparking a realization that I had been neglecting essential aspects of my life in pursuit of professional success. These women had shown me the power of friendship and support, and I knew it was time for a change. As my friendships with the stay-at-home mothers deepened, I began to reflect on my own life and the choices I had made. My career had been my top priority for as long as I could remember, but at what cost? My personal relationships had suffered, and I had little time for hobbies or self-care. One day, during a particularly introspective moment, I made a decision. It was time for a change. I walked into my boss's office, my palms sweaty and my heart pounding. "I'd like to discuss the possibility of more flexible working hours," I said, my voice shaking slightly. To my surprise, my boss agreed. He even admitted that many of my colleagues had been expressing similar concerns about work-life balance. With newfound time on my hands, I began to invest in my personal relationships and explore new hobbies. I discovered a love for painting and started volunteering at a local animal shelter. As I hosted a neighborhood gathering at my townhouse, surrounded by the women who had become my support system, I felt a profound sense of gratitude for the unexpected friendships that had changed my life. Laughter filled the air as we chatted, sharing stories of triumphs and challenges, and simply enjoying each other's company. "Emily, you have no idea how much you've changed since you first joined us," Laura said, placing a hand on my shoulder. "You've become a part of our circle, and we couldn't be happier to have you here." I smiled, feeling a warmth spread through my chest. "I never knew how much I needed this until I found all of you," I replied, my voice thick with emotion. "Thank you for welcoming me into your lives." Through my journey with these incredible women, I had discovered the value of balance, the power of community, and the importance of embracing different perspectives. The once career-driven woman I had been was now on a new path, and with it, I had found a more fulfilling and balanced life.